At this time, the court will read the verdicts. On count 1, the verdict reads as follows. We, the jury, find the defendant, Stephen A. Avery, guilty of first-degree intentional homicide as charged in the first count of the information.
Now, you need to know the color of the door handle outside.
Yeah.
And you need to know the trim color.
Yeah. And the bumper color.
And what color?
Bumper.
Bumper cover.
And the mirror.
Mirror colors.
Door handle, bumper, trim, mirror.
All right. Downtown Toyota.
Dealership. Due to COVID-19, the sales operations will be closed until April 8th. Our service and parts operations remain open to service our customers. Please press 1 to be connected to the service department. Please press 2 to be connected to the parts department. We appreciate your patience and understanding during this difficult.
Is this a Toyota what?
RAV4.
RAV4? Hey Tom, Steve here at Bogel's Auto Repair in Cheney. Hey, I gotta find out what original colors were on this Toyota RAV4. Like the, okay, let me see here. The last 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we got.
Here you have a guy who's leaving prison after having been wrongly convicted, and he's seeing his friends, he's seeing his family, he's holding a baby. This is really his homecoming, and you feel this relief, and you feel sad for him. You feel sad that this could have happened via the justice system, and you get this sense that he's really here to start his life over. This is a new beginning.
X 7113044. And what I need to know is what the door handles came out factory stock color.
So there were really several pieces of evidence that Making a Murderer chose to focus on, one being the key to Teresa's car and how it was discovered. And then there was this unsealed vial of Stephen Avery's blood, which caused a huge uproar. And of course, the $36 million lawsuit that was hanging over Manitowoc County.
The outside mirror color.
Give us your dented hardtops and dinged SUVs, your banged up trucks and scraped sedans. Give us your sorrow and your shame. And when you come to Mica, collision repair is up to 33% less compared to other body shops. So don't go getting bent out of shape, because we've got this. Mica's collision repair is up to 33% less compared to other body shops. Mica, America's #1 paint and body shop.
All right, first thing you gotta do is we gotta prep this. You know, we gotta get the rough shine off of this deal to accept the new paint and the primer.
Yeah.
You gotta rough it up, get it roughed up. We're using a non-scenable primer. You don't have to, you just shoot it. All right. Let it set up for a little bit and then go over it with an one-stage paint that we got.
Yeah.
People who watch Making a Murderer seem to have the same unanswered questions. Why was Coburn calling him a license plate to the victim's vehicle when it wasn't found until 2 days later? Why were Manitowoc officers involved when there was a $36 million pending lawsuit against them? I think most viewers were just shocked and they couldn't believe what they perceived to be a tremendous injustice. It was just unbelievable.
Ain't it good? Okay, see it? Wipe it down. Get all the dust, all the debris, all the oils off of it. Really good. Where the paint will stick.
Easily the most sympathetic character that Making a Murderer introduced was Brendan Dassey. Even the people that were convinced that Steven Avery was in fact guilty thought, with Brendan Dassey it's a little bit different.
Gotta really shake it up. Really shake it up.
In December of 2015, there was obviously this sort of latent appetite for true crime dramas and true crime documentaries. We had seen true crime documentaries before, but this was Netflix's first big one, and it was episodic instead of a 2-hour movie. The stars just seemed to align for the directors of Making a Murderer and Netflix. Everything just perfectly came together.
Just a tack coat, okay? Just a tack coat. You don't have to be perfect. Just something that...
And I think what really happened was after you spend that much time, you're talking 10 hours of your life invested in a story, in any story, you start to feel like you're a part of it. And I think these people came away from it and said, oh my goodness, this was crazy, this is an injustice, what happened to this man was so wrong, how can we allow this to happen? How can we allow the system to do this to anybody? And they wanted to like change the outcome. When I began looking into the Avery family, and I'm not just talking about Steven, wow, I was positively blown away by what I discovered.
Yeah, you're on.
All right, so we got the first half of the other color done. Now we're starting the procedure on the second half of the other color.
Right.
And so now what we do the same thing is we spray just a little tack coat on this thing.
They show you this report in Making a Murderer, but what they show you is very little of what actually happened.
This is just a tack coat.
It seemed very much that the documentary was trying to minimize Steven's criminal history. Everything that he did was somehow soft-served. Around the same time, Steven and his friend Edward were basically joyriding up in Marinette County, breaking into various places and stealing a bunch of things.
This is 6P3 deep jewel green. That's what that is.
So when you look a little closer at Steven Avery's history, you see a very different side to the man that we've seen portrayed in Making a Murderer. That man, that Steven Avery, doesn't seem at all capable of threatening or harassing women. That Steven Avery is so gracious and forgiving and just wants to be close to his family after he's been released from prison. But is that man the real Steven Avery, or is that Steven Avery just a facade?
Got this edge along here to get.
In Making a Murderer, they play this clip of Steven explaining why he ran his cousin off the road. Like, this is the only reason that the cops might have it out for him. And essentially, it's because she's been talking bad about him around town.
That's the best we can do. That'll be all right.
Yeah, I don't give a shit. It's the color I'm after.
Yeah.
Okay, it's painted by Steve Bogel, right? Bogel's Auto Repair. Hey, you gotta...
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, well, you can tell. Couldn't you?
No. We just hit that spot right there.
Yeah.
Try to get this
Yeah, I will.
where it touched.
blank.
Right there. That'd be good.
That's too thin a tape, man.
I know it.
I'll see what I can do.
Yeah. Cool. We're good.
Yeah, don't look bad.
All right. Well, I'll come back in an hour and pick it up. So.
Sure.
We don't hear Making a Murderer is Sandra's side of the story. And the truth is that he didn't just run his cousin off of the road, point a gun at her, and ask her to please stop lying about him. He actually ordered her to get into his car.